Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Fast Horses Today for Sunday, April 21st. Got some picks for you at Oaklawn Park and also a late pick 5 ticket. So let's get started today. Let's go with the fourth race, which this is not part of the late pick 5, but this is a race that I got a win bet here. The mile race, 50,000 claimers. Now I like the 3-horse, Funny Uncle. He's 5-2 in the program today. A few weeks back, I mentioned this horse in a previous show and bet this horse to win. Horse ran a nice race, was first time routing this year off a couple sprints. Harry Hernandez was on the horse that day. Gave the horse an okay ride and then got him into a spot of trouble in the backstretch, which I think cost this horse the win. Today, Christian Torres rides the horse. They made a jock switch. Runs in the same level at a mile today. Should be no problem out of Distorted Humor, which I always love me some Distorted Humors. So I'm going to play Funny Uncle today, make a win bet on this horse at 5-2. And I'm hoping that 5-2 price would stay. That would be beautiful. All right, now let's move over to the fifth race. Fifth race does start the late pick 5. And this is a 6-furlong race, 20,000 maiden claimers. Now this is kind of the bottom rung at Oaklawn as far as the maiden ranks. I've got 3 horses here in this race to get this pick 5 started. This race is a bunch of horses that just, haven't shown a whole lot, and that's why they're running for 20. So let's start with the 2-horse, who is Tory Street. This is a 9-5 program favorite, Kenny McPeak barn. They paid $250,000 for this horse, and, they're giving up on him now after a couple starts in the maiden special ranks at Fairgrounds, and then brought him to Oaklawn and ran this horse for $30,000. Horse ran just kind of an even race. They're putting him in for 20. I certainly wouldn't claim the horse, but could win today, and be part of this pick 5. But got the 2, Tory Street. Then I've got the 5, She's a Shenanigan. She's a Shenanigan at running this kind of level, just kind of run some even races. I'll give this horse an excuse last time. That's why I'm going to put him in or put her in. Horse was coming off a mile and a 16th race, shortening up to 6 furlongs, which is, sometimes it's tough to do that at Oaklawn. So this horse ran an even race that day. Maybe today might see an improvement. This horse is 6-1. Going to put him in her in the pick 5. And then also the 9-horse, who is the Big Calhouna. And I'm going to make a win bet on the Big Calhouna as well. And I'll tell you why I like this horse today. Horse is 10-1. She has Barbosa on her today, 7-pound apprentice, so the horse comes in light. So the last couple times this horse ran at Oaklawn, she comes out of a live race March 17th, won by Lady Moscato. Lady Moscato was a Wayne Lucas horse who won that day, was a bet down, big steam on that horse. And Lady Moscato ran a great race, and she came back to win back in the allowance race ranks. So shows you the quality she had. Now this horse, the Big Calhouna that day, she ran competitively with those girls that day. She was out of the 2-hole. She kind of pushed up and was running competitively down the backstretch, and then just gave it up. I mean, she's not as good as they are. So I do like her run, though. Then they ended up running this horse back a couple weeks ago on April 7th in a 50,000 claimer. And, I thought this horse would run better that day. She shot out to the lead. Gabriel Saez was on her that day and, ran for probably half mile, 5 furlongs, and then gave it up. Didn't finish up too well. I don't know what to make of that race. I don't really know what happened, but I like the jock switch with Barbosa coming in light, 7-pound apprentice. I like the drop into 20. And, out of the 9-hole, I think Barbosa has options where if he wants to go get the lead, he probably gets it. But maybe a stalk and pounce kind of race might work out better for her. So I've got the 2, 5, and 9 in this race, and then I do have a win bet on the 9, the Big Calhouna, at 10-1. All right, now let's move over to the 6th race. 6th race is a 12-5 claimer, condition claimer at a mile and a 16th. Just a lot of horses that are just pretty evenly matched. So I've got 5 horses to move this along. I've got the 1-horse, City of Clouds. I've got the 2, who is Heir to Greatness. I got the 5, Prodigious Bay. I've got the 9, who is Chelsea Dagger. And then the 12, who is Unstable Prince. So hoping those 5 horses will move this pick 5 along. All right, now let's move over to the next race, which is the 7th. This is a nice allowance race, 6 furlong race. Those big purses there at Oaklawn, 141,000 on this one. I've got a single in this race. I've got a single who is the 10 Squire Creek. Squire Creek, let me tell you why I like Squire Creek. Comes out of the Brad Cox barn, which is always a good thing. This horse was coming off a layoff, ran once at Oaklawn back in early March. And this horse ran a nice race that day. It was 9-1. Had Concepcion, who's usually riding in Kentucky, came over to ride that horse. Must have been at Oaklawn that day. I thought the horse ran a nice race. Just kind of stalked the pace from the inside and finished up third. Ran a nice race. Today the horse is 5-2 in the program. Pardon me. And then what I do like here is Cox puts Martin Schwann on the horse, which I like this move. I think, a guy like Martin Schwann, he wins races. I mean, he's a capable rider. His record, if you look at Oaklawn this year, is kind of light. But I think it's the kind of thing where guys like him just aren't getting chances. You got guys traveling in, traveling out, coming in for big days, and it probably pushes him down the jockey ladder. So this is the kind of guy that I know could win races, and it's a big purse. He'll be trying hard, and I think it's a good thing and a good opportunity to bet for us horse players. So I'm going to make a win bet on the 10 Squire Creek at 5-2. All right, let's move over to the 8th race. The 8th race is also an allowance race, 141,000. This is a mile and a 16th race. Now this race got scratched down quite a bit. The 1 is out, the 2 is out, the 7 is out, the 8 is out, and the 9 is out. So that scratched the race down quite a bit. I've got 2 horses here in this race. Let's first mention the 4, who's Ben Franklin. Now, Ben Franklin's a really nice horse. He's won his last 2 at Oaklawn for Kenny McPeak. Broke his maiden in a mile race. Ran a beautiful race, like just a true professional, and closed, and just ran such a nice race. Followed that up with an even better race in the allowance ranks. Le Peru was on him that time, and Le Peru's on him again today. Horse just very talented. I mean, if you watch the replays, you'll really be impressed with how this horse runs. So he's a nice horse. 7-2 in the program, but with the scratches, that's going to go down significantly. Then I'm also going to put the 5, who's Harlow Cap, out of the Steve Asmussen barn. This horse is 10-1 in the program, but again, with the scratches, I don't see 10-1 happening. It'll be lower here. But I think 4 and 5 should get it done. Harlow Cap's also a nice horse. Originally out of the Bob Baffert barn, and moved over to Asmussen's barn this year. A horse won at Oaklawn back in February, won a really nice race at a mile and an eighth. Shortens up here, but this horse is certainly a nice horse. So I think 4 and 5 will get this done here to move the pick 5 along. And let's go with the last race here, which is the 9th, which ends the day, and then also caps off the late pick 5. This is a 6 furlong event, Arkansas bred, maiden special weight, so Arky breds, running for a big purse, 115,000. As we know, these are competitive and unpredictable, but the plus side is these, when the prices come in, it makes it pay. So I've got 5 horses here to cap off this pick 5, so I'm hoping that I can get a couple prices, and sitting on 5 horses to pay off will be a great place to be. So let's go first with the 2, Chrome's Echo. Chrome's Echo is a first starter, has shown a couple fast works, and maybe they'll make this horse ready to go off these fast works. Horse might get the lead and go at 12-1. Then I've got the 4, Percy Road. Percy Road, given the benefit here, is a 4-year-old running with younger. Horse has run several times, has run some okay races, is 10-1 in the program. Maybe good enough today. That's the 4, Percy Road. Then we go with the 6, Debater. Debater is the program favorite at 5-2. Debater's also a 4-year-old. This horse is coming off a big layoff. Hasn't been seen since last May at Oaklawn. Had run some good races last year, but obviously something happened, and hasn't been out since last May. Has a couple fast works, so tells you that this horse could be ready to go today for this big purse. But since they're Arky breds, I wouldn't single this horse or make a win bet here. But I'm going to put the 6, Debater, in there. Then the 10 horse, who's Strato out of the Ron Moquette barn, and Keith Asmussen on the horse. This horse has run twice at this meet. Caught a sloppy track last time, pushed for the lead and ran fast fractions with Keith Asmussen, and then just folded up in mid-stretch. But as we've seen these Arky breds, they improve off starts, and the horse is 9-2, so certainly fits with these guys. And then also the 12, who is turquoise blue. 15-1, Ricardo Santana. I'm putting this horse in. This horse had run twice at Oaklawn in this meet, had gotten action both times, ran 3-1 and 3-1. Hadn't really finished up a race. Ran 6 furlongs the first time. Then they stretched this horse out to a mile and a 16th. So he's shortening back up, which, as I mentioned before, it's a tough proposition. But with these Archie-breds, they're unpredictable. So I would give this horse another chance. Turquoise blue, 15-1. Ricardo Santana coming off fast works as well. So in this last race, we've got the 2, 4, 6, 10, and 12. So let's recap here at Oaklawn here for Sunday, April 21st. We've got a win bet in the 4th race on Funny Uncle. Like that horse a lot today. Then the 5th race, which starts the pick 5, we've got 2, 5, 9, a win bet on the 9, with 1, 2, 5, 9, 12, with the single 10, which is Squire Creek, also a win bet on that horse in the 7th, the 10 horse, with 4 and 5, with 2, 4, 6, 10, 12. And figuring out this ticket, it is a $75 ticket. And then we've got the win bets in the 4th race on the 3, the 5th race on the 9, and the 7th race on the 10. So, as always, I wish you the best of luck today. Let's get some good trips, creating good luck, and make it for some good racing. Please remember to hit the subscribe button, make some comments. If you like something, if you don't like something, love to hear from you. And then also, with these pick 5s, you can add or subtract as you see fit. Or, if you want to play pick 3s within this, that's a good move as well. You can hit some of those. And again, good luck and thank you for watching.